All right. Irene entered the room. Hey guys. So little different format tonight. I have a presentation that I will share, but I know you guys all sent Ross a day of meals. If you sent them today, they're not in there because I made the presentation this morning. So if one of you sent it in late and we don't get to yours, maybe we can just talk through it and you can kind of pull yours up and read it out to me and we can kind of go through. So basically we split it up between the girls and the boys tonight because what the girls should be taking in is a little less, a little different than what teenage boys should be eating for our macros and for our calorie count and what that looks like. So I figured if you can split it up, because their numbers are going to be different than your numbers. So let's just focus on what you guys should be taking in. Also, it may be a safer space since the boys aren't in here for you guys to ask any questions or voice any concerns or have any things that you guys want to specifically ask me girl to girl. Just have that available to y'all. Any questions right out the gate before I pull up the presentation? There's gonna be lots of chatting tonight, so don't be shy. Let's pull up the presentation and let me see, how do I slideshow? Okay, so way back when we first started these nutrition meetings, I believe I had gone over with y'all how many calories y'all should be taking in a day, and then what the macro breakdown is for those calories. So a little bit of a refresher, back to calories, back to macros. Your calories, when you're looking at, let's say we're looking at a granola bar and that label says 100 calories. Your calories are coming from the combination of how many grams of carbs, protein, and fat are in that. It's really rare that you are eating something where it's just a carb or it's just a protein. There's usually a couple grams of fat or a couple grams of carbs. Even if it's just a protein supplement, there may be some other pieces in there that make up the total calorie count. So when we're looking at, so I'm a macro focused nutrition coach. So when I have plans written out for my clients, I'm not so much focused on everyone counting their calories and being so focused on how many calories are in something, but it's more focused on how many grams of the carbs, the proteins, the fats are in things, because it's math. The grams equal the calories. Okay. So this is a very generalized number. These numbers are very generalized based off of teen athletes, which y'all fall into. So the goal should be somewhere around 2,000 to 3,000 calories a day, between 250 and 340 grams of carbs a day, 165 to 220 grams of protein a day, and about 60 to 80 grams of fat a day. After going through y'all's sheets, I don't think anybody got even close to 165 grams of protein in a day. That's a really, really high goal. And I get that. I was pumped to see a couple of y'all hit 100 grams of protein a day. So I think once we start going through and y'all can start kind of getting a look at what your numbers look like and when you're eating in a day, how many grams that actually is when you're done. The goal should be, let's try to get you to 100 grams of protein. That's usually a challenge. Then we can try to start. Then you can try to really focus on trying to beef that up with supplementing with the smoothie or supplementing with a protein shake. Because I know 165, it's a lot of protein. And I know some of us don't want to sit down and eat the entire chicken at dinner time. So being able to sprinkle it out through your day is really important. All right, who's up first? Let's see. I have Shelby up first. So she had, oops, let's go back. Okay, let me move my little thing so I can read what I wrote. Okay, so this was very detailed and I loved it. She had oatmeal for breakfast. She had a grilled chicken salad for lunch. And she had turkey burgers with some rice for dinner. And then snacks had some crab meat and a Quest protein chips and an Uncrustable jelly sandwich, peanut butter and jelly sandwich. I don't hate any of this. This is all a really, really great meal plan. It just wasn't enough. So when we break it down, you had about 16, almost 1,700 calories. And I know these are probably all guesstimates on based off of you looking at labels. Maybe y'all Googled some numbers. Maybe you used a macro tracker like MyFitnessPal. So I'm taking these numbers kind of lightly as far as estimates, but so let's say she got about 1,700 calories, 130 grams of carbs, 102 grams of protein, and 73 grams of fat. That's not bad at all. I really, really like this. A couple suggestions, Shelby. Is Shelby on here? Shelby
Yes,
here?
ma'am.
Okay, cool. Breakfast, I love. Y'all, I think I talked about this before. I love oatmeal. Oatmeal's a great snack. It's a great slow burning carb. Beautiful. It just wasn't enough. So one packet of oatmeal just isn't enough for breakfast. So when we're looking at calorie count for a meal, 140 calories for your pack of oatmeal, that's like a snack size. A snack is usually somewhere between 100 to 200 calories. So we can just try to beef it up a little bit. So you could try adding some fresh fruit, adding a cup of yogurt. That's going to help add in some good extra calories and nutritional value. Salad was great. I love chicken in your salad. We just need to add in a complex carb. And if you're not in the mood to have the sandwich or the pieces of bread, you could always add in a piece of fruit like an apple or banana. That's going to give you about 30 extra grams of carbs without feeling like you need to sit down and eat the bun or a starchy carb. Or one of my go-tos is if I'm in the mood for a salad, but I know I need to get some carbs in there, I will put some of my salad in like a whole wheat wrap and wrap it up. It's not all going to fit in my wrap, but I have a wrap and some salad. You can add in some pretzels, anything like that. So this was great. Shelby, do you have any questions? How did you feel? Do you remember this day? Did you feel like it was enough food? Do you feel like it was too much food? Is this a normal day for you?
It's kind of like a normal day. The only problem that I have is that like whenever I swim, I feel like I don't have enough.
Awesome. Okay, tell me out of your snacks, what did you have before your workout?
I usually eat the peanut butter and jelly sandwich right before swim.
Okay, great. I was going to say that would have been my suggestion. But again, we're looking at 200 calories. It's probably not enough for, what is it, like an hour to 2 hours practice?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, so we need more. I would do maybe the Uncrustable and a banana.
Okay.
Or, you know what I mean? Something just a little bit extra to add in. Because I don't think, because like you just said, there's proof right there. You just said, I don't think it's enough. You feel like you run out of energy pretty quickly?
I think so.
What time's practice? 5?
It's like 6 to 7:30.
Oh, okay. So that's the other thing. I don't think so. 4:45. And y'all, everybody listen, even though I'm just talking to Shelby right now. 4:45 is you probably needed something else before 6 o'clock. You know what I mean? That Uncrustable was probably zapped up and already used up in your body and burned up before you got to use it for swim practice.
Right.
Does that make sense? So maybe having something like around 4:45 and then having your Uncrustable a little bit closer to practice will be beneficial. So you're adding in an additional snack there.
Right.
Sound good?
Sounds good.
Questions?
That's it.
Cool. Let's do it. Who's next? Kaylee. Where you at, Kaylee? Okay. So we had Kodiak protein waffles with peanut butter for breakfast. Girl, you speaking my language. Those are some of my go-tos. I love it. Again, though, 140 calories, just like Shelby's oatmeal, just not enough. I love it. We just need more. So when I make my pancakes, I'm usually also having scrambled eggs on the side, or a yogurt cup or something else, so I can just add in it just said that y'all can now see have y'all been able to see this slide? Yep. Okay, good. The screen was showing something weird. So I love this. I don't mind this for breakfast at all. I definitely keep that in. We just need to add a little bit more to it. Pasta with red sauce and a healthy plant-based Rice Krispie treat. Beautiful. Was there meat in your red sauce?
No.
Okay. I figured when you said red sauce, we needed to just add a protein in there. Was this like a school lunch or lunch you had at home?
It's a lunch that I had at home.
Okay, cool. So I would just try suggesting to whoever's making the pasta with red sauce, or if this was something you threw together, just trying to add in a lean protein. So you could have added in some ground meat to your red sauce and made it like more of like a, a pasta and meat sauce. Having something just additional so you're getting that protein source, because this is probably going to be really lacking in your protein. Dinner for Jimmy John's, I don't mind it. Jimmy John's is a great on the go. If this is like on the go after practice, I'm assuming. I love it. That's totally fine. As far as an on the go situation, talk to me about snacks. Did you have any snacks?
Not that day.
Oh my God. How did you make it through practice?
Oh, we had a meet that day.
How did you make it through your meet?
Uh,
Were you starving? Really? Do you have issues eating before practice? Are you good?
oh,
Okay, we got to beef up. So you only had about 1,200 calories that day. Again, these are rough estimates. 145 grams of carbs is fine. You got plenty of carbs in with these 3 meals. Not plenty of carbs, but spread out between those 3 meals. 65 grams of protein is not enough. That's like how much you should be taking in. Maybe like 1.5 of your meals should equal about 65 grams of protein. So I think if we added some protein to breakfast, if we added some protein to your pasta, you'd be in way better shape. You know what I'm saying? And then making sure you're getting some of those snack suggestions like we've talked about in the past is going to be super helpful. Any questions? You got it? Is this like a normal day? Are you usually just eating your 3 meals?
yeah, and then sometimes I'll just get something at like locker break.
No, she snacks before practice.
Oh yeah, before practice.
Okay, good. As long as, yeah, ladies, call each other out. Eat snacks. Force the snacks. Even if you're not super hungry before practice, like we got to get something in. Okay, Callan. Is Callan on? Let me scroll through my faces. Is she here? Yes. Okay, hi.
Sorry.
No, you're good. This was great. This was a great day. The only thing is, so 2,685 calories, lots of carbs. She hit the 100 grams of protein. And she got 65 grams of fat. So look at the percentages, guys, next to the carbs, the protein. So next to carbs, it's 70. Next to protein, it's 15. Next to fat, it's 20, those percentages. So when I told you your macrograms equal your calories, so out of her 2,006 or 2,685 calories, 70% of the calories came from carbs. Only 15% came from your protein. We need that number to be a little bit bigger. So I don't, like I said earlier, getting to 100 grams is great because I know this is probably for a lot of y'all, for teenage girls, getting that high protein count in is going to feel new and different, but we need more. So going through breakfast again, the last 3 of y'all, it's all just carbs in the morning, which we love the carbs. I'm all about some carbs. We just got to get you some protein in there. So like a bowl of grits, some toast, and some orange juice. I don't hate any of those things, but if we could add in eggs, if we could add in a yogurt, if we could add in something like that where it's going to beef up the protein, because the protein count for y'all is so high, if you miss it completely in one meal, it's going to be really hard to try to catch up to that number the rest of the day. You've really got to start your day early. Make sure you get some protein in the morning so that it doesn't feel like you got to sit down and eat the cow at dinner time. Lunch was great. I love all of that. Everything's fine there. Snack, I love the smoothie bowl. The apple, the bare naked granola is one of my favorites. Dinner, I just think this was too small. The ones, as far as on the protein side, the one slider burger, it says on here was only not 8 grams of protein. It might have been more, but if it was like a true like little slider, probably wasn't enough. So if we could have maybe cut your bowl of rice in half and add more sliders, I think would have been the better balance. Callan, tell me about your pre-workout. What's pre-workout, post-workout? What are we having before your swims on this snack list? Was it
like
the
practice?
apple? Yeah.
Oh yeah. So on the like way back from school, I got the bowl, and then like right before I went in for practice, I had an apple, and then on my way home, I ate some granola.
Was the bowl plus the apple enough before practice? You felt like you had enough energy, or we like struggling?
I feel like I did, but like on some days it's kind of different because then I feel like I don't have enough energy. Like I feel like I need more like carbs almost. But then whenever I do eat like carbs, I feel like my stomach like hurts in practice. So like it's weird.
A good food group to add. So fat is a great food group or macro group to add in because it is denser in calories than protein and carbs. So you don't need to eat as much of it to get a higher calorie count. That'll help you keep you feeling a little fuller. So adding some peanut butter to your apple could be helpful so that you're not feeling like you're eating too many more carbs. You're not eating too much, but you're getting in another 100 calories for just a tablespoon of peanut butter. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
things that are calorie dense, but not heavy on our stomach are going to be things that are like healthy fat. So even like a bag of almonds, some peanut butter, those are all those healthy fats that would help increase the calories that your body has to burn as energy without making you feel like you're weighing heavy on your stomach. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So I know for a lot of us, we need like the on the go option, and carrying around a jar of peanut butter isn't super realistic, but at the grocery store, they have have you seen those little pouches of peanut butter, like the almond butter or the peanut butter? I think one of the brands is like Justin's, or Jif might even make one right now. But so that would be an easy something to have in your bag, so you're not carrying around a jar of peanut butter. But this was great. Mia, is Mia still on? I think she had to jump off early. Is Mia still with us?
Oh, no, I can stay the whole time now.
Oh, hi, Mia. Where'd you go? I want to look at
I'm
y'all's
here.
stages. Oh, there she is. Hi. Okay. So I love this. You used my Fitness Pal, and you knew how much I love my Fitness Pal from your parents. Breakfast, I like the egg. I like the toast. Lots of milk. Could we add another egg?
Yeah,
Could
probably.
we do like 2 eggs just so we could get a little, again, guys, like I said in the beginning, I think a lot of y'all were super low on protein. So just beefing that up is going to be super beneficial. I loved lunch. I like your smoothie. I like the pretzels and the hummus. I love the apple. Tell me what was on your bread. There was just 2 pieces of bread in here. Or did you
Oh,
just
I think I
slice it?
forgot to like add that, but I had like turkey and like cheese on it.
So you had a smoothie and a turkey sandwich?
Well, I had a smoothie after school, so that probably should have gone in like
Oh, that was like a
snacks.
snack. Oh, okay, good.
Yeah.
So you had a turkey sandwich, hummus and crackers, and an apple for lunch.
Yeah.
Perfect. Love it. That's beautiful. How much turkey are you putting on your sandwich?
Maybe like 2 slices.
Can we double it?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, great. So let's just beef it up. So I had this conversation with a lot of my clients, not just my teen swimmers, but adult clients, where we all love a turkey sandwich. I love a turkey sandwich, but we tend to undershoot our protein target when we're having turkey sandwiches, because typically we just fold up like 2 slices of turkey on our sandwich. and it's like 10 grams of protein, and we need closer to like 30 grams of protein in one meal. So if we can just increase the protein. And the other thing is, I don't know about you, but I don't love my turkey sandwich to be this thick with deli meat. I think that's kind of gross. So I'll just add a couple slices to my sandwich, but then I'll do some turkey and cheese roll-ups, like, and just have those on the side. In case you don't want a super thick sandwich. So anyways, dinner looked great. Was it just cheese, or did you have any meat in your tortillas? Or was it like a cheese quesadilla?
Well, we had like quesadillas, but I didn't put like meat on it or anything.
Do you not like meat? Are you trying?
Oh no, it's fine. I just like didn't put it on.
Okay, let's try just making sure we're increasing that protein. Because again, these meals are great. We just missed some meat in them. Like I said, breakfast was great, just more of everything. Lunch is great. But my question was, what was on the 2 slices of bread, and were you hungry? Because I saw the smoothie in there, but that makes sense that your smoothie was actually a snack. What did you have the smoothie before practice or after practice?
Well, I didn't have practice that day, so I'm usually like getting more protein in like before practice and after. But like I just went home that day, so.
Okay. Do you typically feel like you have enough energy in practices?
Yeah.
Do you use more?
Usually.
You usually feel pretty good.
Mhm.
Do you have any questions?
Not really.
Okay, cool. All right, Izzy. Is Izzy on?
Yes.
Sweet. Hi. This was really good. 1850 for calories is close. I'd like it to be a little bit closer to 2000. But carbs 215 is great. Protein, like we talked about, getting to 100 is great. You just got to beef it up. 87 is still within that range of fat. So this was really, really, really good. We just need enough. We need more at breakfast. So this has been a trend for everybody so far across the board, is breakfast is too small. I'm assuming for most of y'all, breakfast is an on-the-go situation. Is that kind of normal for y'all? Shake your head yes or no, where it's like we're just kind of grabbing it out the door on the way to school. Are we like sitting rather than sitting down and having a meal? So it may take some additional prep the night before, the week of, getting some things in the fridge. Maybe it's some hard-boiled eggs. Maybe it's making some overnight oats. Maybe it's making an egg, making some egg bites like you could get at Starbucks. You can make some of those for at home, just getting some stuff maybe ready for your week so you can grab and go and not just have to worry about having toast and butter. Because I don't mind the toast, but we just needed more. I don't know what an ABC bar is. I'm assuming that's like a protein or a granola bar. Is that what that is?
Yeah, it is.
Okay, that's fine. It's only 160 calories. So when we're looking at bars, y'all, I know bars are just something really easy we can pack to school and pack in our bag, and those are fine. Try to find, if we're going to have a bar, we might as well be sneaking protein in. So if you're going to have a bar, let's try to get 10 to 20 grams of protein in that bar. So this wouldn't be considered a protein bar. It's probably just like a granola bar. I don't mind the pretzel chips. Again, with the turkey sandwich, did you have like 2 slices of turkey on your sandwich, or do you have more?
It was probably like 3.
Okay.
But
So yeah, so just like I said with me, I just try adding a little bit more, but you also had, well, the noose actually isn't super high in protein. There's yogurts that you can find that are going to be a little bit higher in protein. One of my favorite brands is the Oikos 000. They have like the mini cups, and it has the black label. For one of the little mini cups, it's like 15 grams of protein, where the Noosa is only 6 grams of protein. So I don't mind the Noosa at all. You can just find better options that are going to have a little bit higher protein, and that's all about trying to sneak that protein in where we can. Okay, talk to me about the graham crackers before practice. Is that typically enough for you, or you?
I usually don't like eating too much before practice, because then like my stomach hurts during like warm up and stuff. But then I have found that it does make my practice better, but initially it's not very comfortable.
Tell me about how soon, what time are you eating those graham crackers?
Probably like 20 minutes before practice.
Okay,
like
push it
right in
back a
there.
little. Push it back a little. If you find that 20 minutes before practice, you're feeling some stomach discomfort, you have like 30 to 60 minutes before an activity to try to get those calories in to be used for practice. So you may just need to play around with eating a little bit earlier. The graham crackers, I think I haven't looked at a label of graham crackers in a really long time. You may want to check that label and see what the sugar content is, because it may not be the food, but it may, like the food in your stomach, it may be you've got some sugar going on that may be causing some GI upset versus just having something in your stomach to eat. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I don't love the graham crackers. They are a carb, but they are going to be really fast acting. So if we could get something a little bit more complex, like a piece of like, I don't know about the graham crackers, but check the sugar on those, because it may be the sugar causing some stomach pain, and it may be because you're eating a little too soon to practice. So you can play with that. I love the Fairlife protein shake in there. I love the chicken fajitas for dinner. Eat you some cobbler, girl. I don't mind that at all. Is this like a normal day for you?
Yeah, pretty much.
Cool. Do you have any questions?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, cool. So let's just play around with maybe a different snack before practice and eating a little earlier to give your body a little bit more time to maybe digest before jumping in the pool. Because like you said, you're noticing that you need it and it's helpful when you have it, but it kind of hurts your stomach. So we got to find the happy medium.
Okay.
Sound good?
Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome. All right. That was all of the girls that I had sent to me. Did any of y'all send slides?
I texted mine to Ross. I don't know if he got it or not. I can read you it.
Read it. Go for it, Riley.
Okay. Let me find it.
Okay.
Okay, so for breakfast, I had Special K cereal.
Okay.
A snack, I had a bag of chips. Lunch, I had 2 turkey wraps with 6 pieces of turkey, like all together, with 2 pieces of cheese on them on a wheat tortilla, 1 apple, 1/4 cup of almonds, and a bag of Quest strips and an organic fruit strip. And then my before practice snack was 2 peanut butter energy balls, and my dinner was Chipotle.
I love all of it except breakfast. I don't mind the cereal. We just need more.
Yeah.
Know what I've been doing, y'all? I've been on such a cereal kick lately. But I know I need more when I'm eating cereal. So I'll use one of those Fairlife protein shakes as my milk. So just use like the vanilla, or if you want to use chocolate, whatever you want, but use the vanilla and it's just like, it's sweet milk. And I'll eat my cereal like that. So then I know at least I'm getting some protein in while I'm still having my cereal snack. Does that make sense? So that might be helpful if you are in the mood for cereal, Riley, or anybody. Try it with a protein shake. And then you're adding another level of the protein. How does lunch feel, that size?
It's pretty good. I can definitely get through everything except the Quest chips sometimes. And I just
save those as a snack.
Yeah.
Okay. And then the 2 balls have been good?
Yes. I haven't been feeling like hungry at practice. I've just been feeling kind of tired like towards the end, but that could just be because I haven't been swimming.
Yes. And you've been traveling and all the things. But you're feeling like you have energy, like your stomach's not upset, you're not dragging your butt in the pool.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Like I still feel pretty strong, like by the end of practice.
And you like those peanut butter balls?
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. Guys, make the peanut butter balls. The recipe should be on the New Wave website. Their life. Okay. Did anybody else send one in that I did not get and they want to chat about it? Isabella
I-
sent hers in late. You want to chat about it?
Sure.
Okay.
So, in the morning, I had morning practice for my school before this.
Oh,
After, I didn't eat anything before.
did you die? I would
No,
die.
It's an easy practice.
It was an easy practice. Okay, so we went into the pool fasted, meaning when I say like a fasted workout means on an empty stomach.
Yeah.
Okay.
After I got an iced coffee and a breakfast sandwich at Starbucks.
Which breakfast sandwich?
It was like the sausage egg one.
Okay, the one with turkey bacon. Oh no, it has the sausage. Okay. Starbucks is one of my go-to healthier breakfast options. They have a whole wheat English muffin, egg white, turkey bacon sandwich. That's great. They also have those egg white bites, which are great. It's not enough for a meal, but they're great in addition to. And their egg white feta wrap is really good too. So that's
Yeah, I like it.
okay, perfect. So that was breakfast. What was snack?
For snack, I had gummies and a Kind bar,
Okay.
and then for lunch,
I don't mind the
I
kind
had-
bar. I don't mind the kind bar. Little gummies is fine. Keep going. What was
for
lunch?
I had 2 spring rolls with chicken.
2 spring rolls with chicken. So just like the little spring rolls, like egg roll size.
They're like, yeah.
Not enough.
That was for lunch. I got that in my cafeteria, so I'm not really sure like how much that had.
It's
And then
well, it's
after-
probably fine. Did it come with any? There was no rice in it, right? It's just like veggies and it's meat. Okay. I don't mind those at all. I had some shrimp rolls a couple nights ago. But adding in like a side of something, like if they had some rice or if they had something else you could add in just to beef it up a little bit because it's a little low calorie.
Okay. Then after school, I had a turkey sandwich,
Perfect.
and that was like before swim. And then after swim, I wasn't feeling well and I wasn't hungry, so I just had like an avocado.
Okay. I love the avocado. We just need more.
And then like 64 ounces of water.
Love it. Everyone across the board, I haven't brought it up yet, but everybody's been doing pretty good with their water. And by pretty good, I mean like you need to double it. You're taking it in and I love it. I was going to save this for the end. We just need more. And that's kind of across the board for a lot of people is we just don't drink it. We don't think to drink it. When we start drinking more of it, we have to pee all day and that's kind of a pain in the butt. But if we can kind of just whatever you've been doing with your water, especially now that we've tracked it and you can kind of see like what that number looks like, try increasing it. This was like going to be kind of an experiment for us to see. Sometimes we just go about our normal day to day, just like, this is what I eat. This is how I feel. And I don't even realize how I feel. It's fine. So going through being able to see the numbers and being able to see, oh, these are my portions. And then being able to reflect back on how did it make me feel can be kind of helpful moving forward and being able to dig into the why I feel this way, when I felt that this way. So Isabella, do you think you felt sick after practice because of practice or just like you were having an off night?
I think I was just having an off night.
Okay. So it wasn't like practice and food related necessarily.
No.
Okay, cool. So all your things were fine. I love the turkey sandwich after lunch. If you could just make lunch at school a little bit bigger. I don't mind those spring rolls at all. We just needed a little bit more. And then obviously having a real dinner outside of just the avocado.
Yeah,
That
I
was
usually
good.
eat more than dinner, but
Yeah.
I just like didn't.
You didn't feel well. I gotcha. That's fine. Okay. Someone just messaged me and said, all right, Abby, you sent yours in today. Where's Abby? Do you want to chat about what you sent? Because I did not get it.
Yeah. So for breakfast, like before our morning practice, I had 2 cuties. And then after practice, I went and got coffee and had a breakfast sandwich there too.
Okay. Tell me about your cuties before practice. Is that enough?
It's the same practice we're doing too, so it's really easy. So I don't really feel like I need much before.
Okay. I
It
do
was
like
kinda
that you're getting
easy.
something in. So Isabella, if you could try to get something in, even if it's something small. If you haven't tried, I know there's a couple of y'all that have tried. I know Riley's tried. I think Mia's probably had them because her mom and dad have made them. Those peanut butter energy balls, I believe that recipe is on. They're small, but they're dense and they're calorie packed. So it doesn't feel like you're eating a lot, but it is going to be a lot of complex carbs and healthy fats for you to put in your belly before a practice. It would be really helpful. So that would be just having one of those for even an easy practice in the morning would be really helpful. So we could try something like that, or like a piece of toast, or half of a banana, or like the two cuties is fine. Okay, Abby, keep going. So it was the two cuties, and then what was your breakfast sandwich? Was it a Starbucks situation?
Yeah, it was the like bacon and egg one.
Okay, cool. I don't mind it. Keep going. What was snack after breakfast?
And then I had for snack, I had bell peppers with ranch and strawberries, and then I had water with like a water bottle with Mio in it, like the Mio Energy.
Yep. Okay.
And then
Lunch?
for lunch, I had
And then lunch?
then for lunch, I had this bowl with like rice and chicken and veggies in it, and then I had more bell peppers with that, and
You're
then
speaking
more.
my language. I love a bowl of food. Bowls of food, ladies, are perfect. You can get all the things in a beautiful little bowl. You can get your carbs, like your rice or potatoes, just like you would do it like a Chipotle or something. It's chef's kisses. I love it. Keep going.
And then before practice, I had trail mix, and then I went back to Starbucks and got their little like cold pressed juice things. So I wanted those before, and then after practice, I had like like we get like the Clean Creations meals.
Okay.
You know what that is? It's like the it was like the enchilada stuffed zucchini. So it was just like basically stuffed zucchini.
So there's no like rice or anything.
No,
Okay.
not in that meal.
Because why?
Just not in that meal.
Just
No.
not. Okay, cool. Was the trail mix enough?
Yeah, like I felt full, but like towards the end of practice, I started feeling hungry. But I feel like I always just get hungry at towards the end of practice, no matter how I switch up my snacks.
Yeah. Okay. So the trail mix, and the thing again, so I was talking, who did I just say that we need more? It was the denseness. So the trail mix is going to be high in fat, which means it's high in calories because of the nuts. So that's fine. It's going to be something that's going to not sit super heavy on your stomach, but it's going to give you a lot of calories. So if that works for you, that's fine. I would try maybe sneaking in an additional carbohydrate. But if you think that kept you feeling full enough and it's normal to be hungry at the end of practice, then that's totally fine. Okay, perfect. So that was Abby. And then who said? Allie said same. Allie, what did you send in today?
Okay, so just to preface this, I was like sick all last week, so these are not completely accurate just because I wasn't feeling well.
Okay.
But in the morning before school, I had one of those little trail mix things, like the Cars trail mix packs. It's got like peanuts, cashews, raisins. I think it has M&M. Yeah, it has M&Ms in it, but I don't usually eat those because
Okay. So that was for breakfast, the trail mix packet.
mhm.
Okay.
And then like in between lunch and breakfast, I had a muffin from my school, but it's a pretty like big muffin.
Muffin. Okay.
Yeah. And then for lunch, I had a chicken salad sandwich.
Love it.
And a sweet tea. And then before practice, I had, well, right when I got home from school, I had one of those Saba hummus like things with the pretzels.
Beautiful. Love it.
Yeah. And then I had right before I had like peanut butter crackers.
Beautiful.
And then for dinner, I had white beans and rice.
Okay, great. Tell me about the peanut butter crackers, but in the hummus before practice. How did I know you said you weren't really feeling well anyways, but
It was fine. Pretty normal for me.
okay. Do you feel like you typically have enough calories and energy through practices, or do you ever struggle?
Well, I definitely towards like the beginning of practice, I'm fine. Just like the end, I think it's a mixture of like lack of sleep and just being tired, you know.
Fatigue
Yeah.
versus hunger and
Yeah.
stomach upset. Okay, cool. And that's not a normal day, or is that kind of a normal day?
That was like more normal, but like
You still
I
weren't
usually
hungry.
like
Do you usually
don't
eat more or less?
I usually have like a little bit more with dinner.
Okay,
That's
cool.
right. That's
Okay.
like it.
I don't mind the sandwich at lunch. Anytime y'all have sandwiches, that's totally fine. Usually we just need to have something else with the sandwich. So keep that in mind. Having just something else on the side is going to be helpful. Like even one of those hummus packets with the pretzels is going to be something great that we could have on the side with like lunch or something. Cool. Josie, you want to go?
Okay. So okay, this was I didn't have any snacks before practice because this was kind of a crazy day for me.
Okay.
Like we were in like the car like the whole time after school. But anyway, so for breakfast I just had cereal with milk,
What kind of
and
cereal?
Life.
Okay.
Okay. And then for lunch I had like noodles with beef and carrots. It's like the same thing Callan had for lunch. It was school lunch.
Okay. I don't
And
mind it.
then for dinner I had spaghetti, and it was just like spaghetti with olive oil, and then I had a chicken thigh, and my mom also makes like a salad each night, so I had some salad too.
Okay, great. There was no snacks in there?
No,
Not even like between your breakfast and your dinner?
no.
Do you typically?
I usually try to eat like an apple or banana before swim practice.
Okay, good. So this wasn't normal, like you said. And then
Yeah,
do you not
this was
typically
kind
have
of
any
crazy.
you don't normally have snacks at school?
Not no, I don't.
Okay. Can you?
We don't really have like time to. We just have lunch.
They don't
I
give
don't
y'all a snack break, or like you can't have a snack in school?
I don't know.
I need to call some of these schools because you're not the first one that I've talked to where they're like, well, no, we don't have snack time. It's criminal. So I get it. But so I think if you don't, so girls, if there's anyone else who can't have snacks during the day at school, we've got to be better about having a huge breakfast and packing a bunch of stuff in that lunch. And then making sure when you do get home from lunch, like home from school, you're basically having like another small meal, like another sandwich, something, because if they're not letting you eat those hours of the day, you're just missing all these calories. So going to school, before school, there needs to be something nice and beefy beforehand. And I totally understand if it's like, I can't sit down and scramble this omelet up and do the whole thing. But if you could maybe like throw together a smoothie, or like make a smoothie the night before and keep in the fridge or the freezer. Smoothies are a great way to pack in a bunch of calories in a to-go container. So if you're in that boat where the snacking is not an option at school, we've got to make breakfast a priority and getting stuff at lunch that can also help increase the calorie count for the day. Does that make sense?
Yes, ma'am.
Cool. Okay. Let's see who else. Madeline, I think, are you the last one? And then I got to go chat with these boys.
Okay, so for breakfast, well, like for breakfast, I really don't like eating breakfast. Like I never really eat like something big for breakfast.
We're
This
going to
morning,
start,
like,
we're going to learn how to eat breakfast.
I had a banana that morning. And
Okay.
like that was it. Like sometimes I'll try to eat like a bagel or something, but like I'm never hungry. And if I'm not hungry, like I just don't like to eat. Like I don't
It
know.
takes a little force feeding, Madeline.
Okay, and then lunch, I had a salad with like grilled chicken and cheese, and then I had an orange with that.
Okay.
And then before practice, I had like a granola bar and a peach.
Okay.
And then for dinner, I had pasta with meatballs and a salad.
Love it. No snacks?
No.
Tell me about the pre-workout, the peach and the granola bar. What kind of granola bar did you have?
It was like a kind bar.
Okay. Guys, I don't mind the kind bars. Check the label on the kind bars. Just check that added sugar. Not all of them are created equal. Some of them are great and fine, fantastic. Some of them are Snickers. So just be mindful of where that added sugar is, depending on the flavor kind bar that you choose. Is that enough? The peach and the kind bar, do you think that's typically enough for you before practice? How does that make you feel?
Well, I ate it like right after school, so there was like
A huge
a lot
time
of
gap?
time
Okay.
before, and like at practice, like sometimes like at the end I'm hungry. Like I'm always kind of hungry at the end of practice, but like if I eat too close to practice, like my stomach just hurts like the whole time.
So I think the kind bar, because if you're in the boat of people who can't eat too much before practice, the kind bar is light enough where I don't think that would upset your stomach, hopefully. So you could try something like that closer to practice and have a better snack after school. So I mean, some of y'all are probably getting out of school at like 3:30, right? 3 o'clock. So like there is room there to have two snacks. You can have your after school snack and then have your pre-practice snack. So don't feel like, even if you're not feeling super hungry, try to get something in before practice and don't just count that after school snack as your pre-practice snack. There can be two. There should be two. So try that, Madeline. Try getting in a snack after school and then maybe saving that kind bar for closer to practice time and see how that helps.
Okay.
Sound good?
That's good.
All right. Anybody have any questions for me based off of all of the chatting we did, which I appreciate the chat. I appreciate y'all sharing with me. I know we don't love to chat. Does anybody have any questions?
Sorry.
No,
Sorry, you can go.
Sorry, Izzy. Is Mio energy like okay to like drink throughout the day?
Throughout the day? Probably not. I don't know what kind of energy is up in those Mios. You know how I feel about y'all taking in extra energy. If it's like B12 and it's like vitamin based, mineral based energy, natural energy sources, that's okay. If it is like caffeine based, no.
Yeah,
I'm not very familiar with the Mio drops.
I have to drink like either that or like a Diet Coke every day to like keep me awake.
I think I'd prefer the Mio over the Diet Coke. So it's 65 milligrams of caffeine. That's not a lot. Can you get away with one of the packets of Mio?
Oh, it's like a bottle, and I like just squeeze it in your water.
It's like one of those squeeze things.
Yeah, I can
How
try
many
to find it.
how many drops is 65 milligrams?
I think it's one. I usually put like 6.
Okay, it's half a teaspoon. Thank you, Abby. So half a teaspoon is 65 milligrams. That makes sense to 6 droplets. 6 droplets may be half a teaspoon. Maybe
like that.
Huh?
They're like this.
Wait, I can't see you. Hold on, let me go find you. Does it say on that back, Kaylee, how many droplets is 65 milligrams of caffeine?
It says, yeah, 1 squeeze, half a teaspoon per 8 fluid ounces serving of water.
And you're squeezing that sucker 6 times into one bottle?
But like my bottle's like 32 ounces.
Yeah, but that's still not 6. Let's pump the brakes, break it down to like 2 pumps.
Okay.
And see how you feel. Let's try to wean you off of too much of that. Girl,
Okay.
I would be shaken. Okay, who else? Who was the other one that had a question? Izzy?
Yeah, I've had some like low blood sugar issues at practice. I almost passed out at dryland twice now, I think.
Oh goodness.
But I usually eat like, I ate graham crackers that day. I have in the past had a granola bar, like a homemade granola bar, or some pretzel chips and dried mango. But
let's try fruit because it has sugar.
Yeah.
Has natural sugar. So having like a banana with the potassium and the sugar might be, are you okay with bananas?
Yeah. Is mango good?
Yeah. Try adding that to your graham crackers or switching it out because I know you said that it sometimes upset your stomach. Try the fruit. Try maybe the Kind bar because it has some dark chocolate in it.
Okay.
Those things might be a little bit helpful to keep you more alert and help with that blood sugar. You know what I mean? Try to play around with those. I don't think the graham cracker is enough.
Yeah, I've started trying to drink like a juice during practice.
Okay. Yeah.
But I never like drink the whole thing. Like the little naked juices.
Yes. Try chewing something before.
Okay.
See if that's helpful. Like the fruit should be helpful.
Okay.
Keep me posted on how that goes.
I will.
Okay. Any other questions, ladies?
Could you like put the slide on where it has like how many carbs and everything like we should be?
Yeah, of course.
So write that down.
Here we go. Do you want to write? Are you writing this down?
I just took a picture of it.
Okay, if you want to jot this down or plug this in your phone so you have this as well, or you know, you can like write text on a phone on a picture as well. So I know I told you how many calories that your calories and your macros equal your calories. They make up your calorie count. The math behind that equation, y'all don't need to be doing this math, and you don't need to like look at a label and if it has 4 grams of protein and 5 grams of carbs, and you don't need to worry about it because it's not exact, but to give you just the full picture and understanding of how it all makes sense. 1 gram of carbohydrates equals 4 calories. 1 gram of protein also equals 4 calories. 1 gram of fat equals 9 calories. So that's what I was saying. The fat weighs more calorically than the other two. So that's why we can eat like a spoonful of peanut butter and get close to 100 calories, but it's not like a lot of food. So if you were to take, you know, if you have 10 grams of protein and you have 10 grams of carbs and you have 5 grams of fat, you would take your 10 grams of carbs, multiply it by 4 calories. You have 10 grams of protein, multiply that by 4 calories. You have your 5 grams of fat, multiply that by the 9 calories. Whatever those 3 numbers equal is roughly how many calories are in whatever that is. Does that make sense when we're kind of converting our grams to our calorie count? You don't need to do that math, but just so you can have an understanding of what I'm saying when I tell you that your macros equal your calories. If I just
Cole, I'm gonna
totally understand.
I'm gonna drop out and go open up the next one. So
okay,
just come
cool. We're just
get over
wrapping
there
up.
whenever you're ready.
All right. All right, girls, y'all good? Sweet. This was fun. Thank you so much for participating tonight. I appreciate it.
Wait, I have one more question.
Oh, bring it, Shelby.
So do you have a breakdown of like how many calories and carbs and like protein that should be in like each meal?
I think I do. Let me, I'm still sharing my screen with y'all, right? How do I get out of this? There we go. Let me see something. Screen sharing has stopped. Okay. Let me look, Shelby. I think I do. In one of my original slides with y'all, I believe that I broke that down in like an example of like, this is what you have to do. This is what you have to do. And we'll post it on the website.
Ask her about the Premier protein cereal.
What? I'm sorry, my mom's telling me to ask you stuff.
Hi.
Have you ever tried the Premier protein cereal?
I have not, but I've heard that it is a good option.
Okay. Because we've had it, we've got it. I mean, I don't know that they would eat the texture of it, especially if you're a texture person.
Yeah.
But it's like the protein, the shakes where it has like
The added
24
protein.
30 grams of protein in it. And then I'll eat it with like the unsweetened almond milk.
Perfect.
Something like that.
So yeah, girls, that's totally an option too. If you're on a cereal kick and you want to get something, there's some options out there that are loaded with protein. Thank you for that. All right, girls, I got to run because the boys are jumping in and Ross is texting me, but feel free to shoot me a message with any questions y'all have. And I will try to find that slide that has the breakdown of how many calories you should have in each meal. All right.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Bye, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.